everyone, thanks for joining me again. It's weird, lately I've been getting requests for a Selena Gomez makeup look, and I wanted to do one a couple of months ago when the Come and Get It video came out, and I just didn't get to it, and then later it was like, alright, it's too late to do this, but I've been getting a lot of requests lately, so I thought, alright, I'll do it. And I'm not doing any one particular look, but I think her kind of signature look is just that soft brown smoky eye with those red lips. So that's exactly what I did. I used kind of soft browns, golds, and a little bit of black to create her signature look. And of course I have the red lips. This is one of my favorite products, so stay tuned to find out what it is. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So for this look, I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Naked palette just because it's got a lot of those warm brown, shimmery kind of gold colors. I'm actually going to start out by using the brush that comes with the palette, and I'm going to dip into Naked here and just use it as my base. Just going to pat that all over my lid. Next up, I'm taking my E39 brush by Sigma, and I'm going to use Buck. It's just a little bit of a darker neutral color. And I'm just going to put that into my crease since I'm building darker colors over it. And then I'm going to take another blending brush and just blend that darker color out. If you know me, you know I like to blend with practically every step I take and every color I add. It just makes things a lot easier in the end. There we go, so now we have a nice neutral base to start with. So now I'm ready to start layering over with those darker colors, and I'm just going to use that same brush that I used to apply Buck, and I'm going to go into Smog. Again, I'm just going to add this in the same place that I added Buck, and I'm just going to extend it into my lid as well. Now I definitely want to add a lot of that depth and darkness at the outer corners of my eyes, so I'm going to take this Jumbo Eye Pencil by NYX, and I'm going to apply this just for that extra dark black. I'm going to lay this down first and then go over it with eyeshadow. Just going to extend a little bit into my lash line, but for the most part I'm just creating kind of like a pointed shape at the outer corner. Okay, so now that I've got that black pencil down, I'm going to take a more coarse and kind of stiff blending brush by Sigma, and then I'm going to go in and just blend out those edges on all sides. So I'm going to blend it inward and upward. I definitely want to add more of that dark shimmery brown in there, so I'm going to take a crease brush and I'm going to add Dark Horse to my crease. This is going to go mostly over that black pencil I just laid down, and I'm going to also use it to blend out a little bit. And once again, I'm going back to that E38 brush, and I'm going to take Smog, and again, lay that down just to blend out the darker color and add a little more of like a bronze brown shimmer to this look. Okay, I'm pretty much almost done with the shadows now. I'm going to go back to that brush that comes with the Urban Decay Naked palette, and I'm actually going to mix Half Baked and Smog together. And I'm actually going to take my Fix Plus by MAC, and I'm going to use this wet. So I'm going to start at the very center of my lids and just pat this on. This is my favorite thing to do with makeup. When you put a highlight color right there at the center of your lids, the highest point of your lids, and then also in the inner corners of your eyes, the light just catches it and it looks so pretty. I'm going to go back to that same brush that I used to lay down Smog. Just blend it out. And now we're ready to move on to the lower lash line. I'm going to take this tiny brush from Sigma. You know I love this brush. I always use it for my lower lash line. And I'm going to take Smog, and I'm actually going to use this one wet as well. So let's spray that. And I'm going to go in and just apply this to my lower lash line. And now I'm ready to apply my pencil, and I'm going to smudge that out just for a little bit of a smoky effect. I don't usually apply pencil directly to my eyes, but today I'm going to. I'm using the NYX pencil in Jet Black, and I'm going to start with the inner corners here. And then I'm just going to draw a medium-sized line across my entire lash line. And I'm also going to get into my lower lash line. What you'll notice about Selena Gomez's looks is she really exaggerates that liner at the outer corner, so I'm going to lay that on pretty thick out here. And of course I'll smudge that out. And as I get closer to the inner corners, I'm going to make it a little bit thinner. So I'm just going to press that into my lash line and just get that all the way across. I'm going to take my smudging brush and I'm just going to go through and just smudge out that line a little bit. Just to diffuse any like harsh lines. I'm going to do the same thing to my bottom lash line. And then I'm going to follow with my Eyeko Black Magic Mascara. And now before I get to that all over bronzer, I'm going to apply my blush first. I'm using Girlactik in Madrid, and I'm using my Pirouette Professional brush number 4. Since I'm doing a red lip, I want just a really neutral blush color, nothing too intense. And now I'm going to go for that all over bronze glow using Betty LouManizer by theBalm. It's one of my favorites. And I'm just going to use my big fluffy brush to apply this all over. I would almost call this a bronzer luminizer combination because it's got that glow factor that I love. And now for my favorite part, the red lipstick. I'm using my NARS Dragon Girl pencil. It's like this jumbo lip pencil. Most amazing red I've ever used. I love it. It's my all-time favorite. And that is it for my Selena Gomez inspired makeup tutorial. It's easier than it probably looks, and honestly I have to say that this is one of my favorite looks, and I hope it's one of your favorites too. So if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And again, this was a suggestion video, so if you have suggestions for something that you want to see, go ahead and leave it in the comments box and I'll be sure to take a look at it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.